Welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to be working on the wagon. Gonna do, well, it's a little too noisy when I'm pulling it around. I use the wagon, I take my trash down and things like that, and as you saw in the one video, Jed used the wagon for his beer run. Well, apparently the wagon is a little too noisy in the neighborhood. It keeps waking up all the old people or something, I don't know. So I'm gonna fix that. I'm gonna put some new wheels and tires on it and try to quiet it down a little bit. So here's the wagon. Nothing real special, but it's not vintage, but as you can see, it's just the regular probably half-inch lip on here. I know the vintage one is probably a good inch out, but you can see it is in pretty good shape, and nothing too major with it. Yeah, I got my license plate on there. Let's see. It's not really, like I said, nothing real special. These wheels really suck. Like, if you look at these things, they're terrible, you know. And it's like, I don't know, it's supposed to be rubber, but it's almost like plastic. I don't know, they're real crappy. But what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take these axles right here out, both of them. Basically, I gotta cut this tab right here, and then basically, you know, probably cut it there and cut it there, and it'll pull it out those holes. Do the same thing on this, on the bottom, and got to bore out the holes bigger. And I've got a new axle for it. Got a nice set of wheels and tires here that are air-filled. I think they're for probably like a hand cart or something like that. But, you know, 8 inches tall versus the, I do believe, 6, something like that. So, as you can see, I mean, it's not really going to be anything special, but the wagon's going to be a lot quieter when running around with it. And there's the what's going to be the new axle. So I'm going to get to cutting on a few parts and get started on this little project. Now, I make the hole big enough for the new shaft. Got it? All right. Perfect. Perfect. I know. Here's the idea. As you can see, they're gonna be much nicer. And you see the 5/8 axle. Of course, made a little mark. I got to cut it right there. But the whole idea is, see, I got a washer on both sides, you know, for the bearings. And I just put a little tiny hose clamp right there. Let this thing focus. I don't think it will. Ah, there we go. So I put a little tiny hose clamp there just to kind of hold it for right now. But what I'm planning on doing is I'm going to take this axle and see if I can't get it threaded and put a lock nut on there, which shouldn't be no problem doing that. But as you can see, it's should work out pretty good. Yeah. All right. Yeah. There's the back. Right. Well, there you go. A quick little do-it-yourself. Put some new wheels and tires on your wagon. Make it a lot smoother, a whole lot quieter. No, you don't wake up old people. Alright, so next video, I'll do an update on the wagon, because this wagon eventually is going to be a custom lowered wagon. Eventually. But we did this for right now because I actually use the wagon all the time. I take my trash down with it, and apparently it's too noisy. So this will solve that problem for right now. But I will do an update video here sometime soon. I'm gonna get these threaded and get some locking nuts to put on there. And then after that, eventually, I'm gonna hook up with a buddy of mine that does some custom fab work, and we're gonna build a frame for it and lower it all down, and it's gonna be a pretty cool custom wagon eventually. So, all right, so that wraps it up.